Dear friends, watch full video and don't forget to subscribe, like and share this video. Thank you. Hello friends, we are going to deal with the poetry section. Section 2, 2.1 Song of the Open Road. Icebreakers. Choose the mode of travel that you would like the most for a journey. Options are airways, waterways, railways, roadways. So here you have to choose the mode of travel that you would like the most, and then we have to give its reasons for your preference. Suppose you like railways, then why you like railways, that is what you have to write in this preference. Next one is discuss with your partner the preparations you would like to make for the journey chosen. So, for any journey, we have to make some preparations. We have to select various things that which we have to carry with ourselves. Okay, we have to select clothes, we have to carry our luggage, mobile, identity cards, etc. The thing which are necessary for our journey, we keep them with us. Next one is discuss the ways in which you would overcome the problems or hindrances, difficulties you face during your journey. So, here you have to discuss the ways in which you would overcome the problems or hindrances, that is, you may call it as difficulties you face during the journey. So, some undoubtedly there are some problems in the journey. How you tackle the problem, how you are going to solve that problem, how you are going to overcome the problem, that is what you have to discuss with your friends. Next one is during your journey we have to observe certain rules. Discuss your idea of the journey without any restrictions. You can begin like this: I would go alone or with selected friends. So, here, what you have to write? Here, you are going to write that the journey without any restrictions. Generally, we see there are restrictions or there are some rules that we have to follow in the journey. But here, you are going alone or with selected friends, and there are no restrictions, no rules, so you are going to enjoy that journey. So what is your idea of the journey without any restriction? That is what you have to enlist here. Okay, let's deal with the poet of this poem, Walt Whitman. 1819 to 1892 was an American poet, essayist, and journalist. Whitman is among the most influential poets in the American canon and is often called the father of free verse. He grew up in Huntington in a family with difficult economic status. His major work, Leaves of Grass, was published in July 1855. His O Captain, My Captain, a poem written on the death of Abraham Lincoln, is widely popular. So, friends, here remember Walt Whitman is often called the father of free verse. So, what is mean by free verse? Let's deal with this word free verse. See, so what is free verse? See, free verse. Free verse is a poetry that does not rhyme or have a regular rhythm. The features of free verse are: it is a literary device that is free from limitations of regular meter or rhythm, does not rhyme with fixed forms, and still it provides an artistic expression. In this way, The poet can give his own shape to a poem as he desires and can use various poetic devices to create the effect he considers suitable for the piece. As a free verse, he gives greater freedom for choosing words and conveying their meanings to readers. It is free from artificiality of a typical poetic expression. This technique is commonly used in modern poetry. Remember, although free verse requires no meter, rhyme, or other traditional poetic techniques, it is the use of internal pattern of sounds, the choice of exact words and their chosen places are the factors which attribute the free verse its lyrical or rhythmic beauty. Free verse is completely different from blank verse, which essentially has to occur in iambic pentameter. Blank verse is poetry written with regular metrical but unrhymed lines. It is described as the most common forms of English poetry which has been influential since the 16th century. So, friends, here you have to remember free verse in which there is no rhyme or have a regular rhythm. That means in this poem there are no rhyming words. Okay, so it is a free verse poem. Now, in the second paragraph, it deals with the information of the poem. The section 1 of the Song of the Open Road from Leaves of Grass is a beautiful blend of self awareness, free will, and tenderness of heart. It gives us poets realization that along the journey of life, one will face a test of wisdom which is not tested in any school or university. So that is very important. That is very important. That is realization of self. A road is something everyone uses, whether rich or poor, and it forces all levels of people to associate with one another. The road signifies mobility. One can take the road as a point to start over towards something new. Whitman talks about the people and places. He argues against staying in one place for too long, although the hospitality may be true. That means he accepts that some people they do good hospitality and it is difficult to stay away from such people or get detached from such people. Now let's deal with this poem, Song of the Open Road. It's a nice poem. See, afoot and light-hearted, I take to the open road, healthy, free, the world before me, the long brown path before me, leading wherever I choose. See, afoot. Afoot means here the poet is on the road and he is about to begin his journey. Okay, afoot means he is about to begin his journey on the road. Afoot and light-hearted. So he was feeling like light-hearted. That is, he did not have any burden on him. So light-hearted. I take to the open road. So he just began his journey. Then healthy, free, the world before me. And his mindset was he was very happy. He was healthy, free from any kind of tensions. And he see the world as healthy and free. The world before me. That means before him the world is healthy and free. The long brown path before me leading wherever I choose. And when he saw the long brown path, That is the way he was leading wherever I choose. And we know that we choose our way. We decide where we wanted to go. Okay, so this path he was leading wherever he was choosing where he wanted to go. That is walking along the road, though he does not know where it reaches. Now, henceforth, I ask not good fortune. I myself am good fortune. Henceforth, I whimper no more, postpone no more, need nothing. Done with indoor complaints, libraries, querulous criticism. Strong and content, I travel the open road. See, henceforth, I ask not good fortune. So he was not demanding anything towards the destiny or the fate. According to him, he said, I myself am good fortune. According to him, he himself is a good fortune, having good fate. Henceforth, I whimper no more. Here, whimper means make a series of low, weak, sad cries, especially with fear and pain. That is giving excuses. Okay, so henceforth, I whimper no more. He is not going to give any excuses there. Postpone no more. He is not ready to give more. He is not ready to give the things more time to postpone. So he decided, he determined that he is not going to postpone anymore. So postpone no more and need nothing. He did not want anything from anybody. Done with indoor complaints, libraries, querulous criticism. And he was done with indoor complaints. Complaints we see in our day to day life. There are indoor complaints, something we need, we require. Okay, something we make complaints about. Okay, so done with indoor complaints. He did not have any indoor complaints. Libraries, querulous criticism. Libraries means here, just like books are there in the library, there are number of books in the library. So the complaints are there in the life, but he was done with it. Querulous criticism. Querulous criticism means complaining, showing that one is irritated. So he was not doing any complaint in the life anymore. Strong and content, I traveled the open road, and he was fully determined. He was strong and content. Content means satisfied. I traveled the open road, and he began his journey. I travel the open road. The earth that is sufficient. The earth that is sufficient. I do not want the constellations any nearer. I know they are very well where they are. I know they suffice for those who belong to them. The earth that is sufficient, that means he restricted his area where he wanted to go. According to him, the earth that is sufficient, he knew where he wanted to go there. So, I do not want the constellations any nearer. So, here the word constellations means, in this context, fate or destiny or influential groups of people. That is, the people who always make impact on other people, influential groups of people. Okay, so I do not want the constellations any nearer. He did not need such people, or he did not pay attention towards the fate or destiny. I know they are very well where they are, and he was done with the things. I know they are very well where they are. I know they suffice for those who belong to them. So it is applicable for other people. It is not applicable for him. Still, here I carry my old delicious burdens. I carry them, men and women. I carry them with me wherever I go. I swear, it is impossible for me to get rid of them. I am filled with them and I will fill them in return. So, Walt Whitman is saying, still, here I carry my old delicious burdens. So, burdens could not be delicious. Here, you have to remember what old delicious burdens means. Here, the old good memories, old fond memories, old sweet memories of the past. So, still, here I carry my old delicious burdens. I carry them, men and women. That is, his experiences with the men and women. I carry them with me wherever I go. And he was remembering the things, the experience he got from such people. I swear it is impossible for me to get rid of them. So was taking he was talking it very clearly that it is impossible for him to get rid of them. He would not able to get rid of the memories of such people. I am filled with them. So he was filled with the experiences. He was filled with the thoughts of these people. And I will fill them in return. And he was saying that I will fill them in return. That means he was also going to give them good memories. I will fill them in return. So this is Walt Whitman is the poet of this poem, Song of the Open Road.